Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. Don't worry about streak discrepancies. I did some runs on the NLSS today. I'm feeling motivated. What's your price for flight? Etc, etc. Fuck it, dude. Let's do it. Lost, Greedier. Do I think that Lost is going to be easier in Greedier or harder in Greedier? That's a good question. 764YC8CP. Well, I think the Lost will be... I'm just going to hold R until we get a decent item at least, because I think, honestly, that's just going to save us some time. I think that compared to the Keeper, the Lost will probably be harder just because the nexus of ways that we can cheese it are lower. And what I mean by that is, with the Keeper, you know, you get Nun's Habit, Piggy Bank, Swallowed Penny, like, you can... Sure, let's try this one. MXMTLV8J. You could technically fairly easily get infinite HP. Every time you get hit, you could have either a good chance or a guarantee to regenerate a penny, as long as you're able to get to it before you get blown up by Ultra Greed. So, I don't think it's impossible. Well, it's obviously not impossible with either character, but I think with the Keeper, it might be slightly easier, but I think both of them are going to be hard. We have Pyromaniac. This run cannot fall now. What I mean by that is we have the ability... You know what? Oh my god, the Lost can step on the button for free. What I mean by that is if we make it to Ultra Greed, he can't hit us. Is that not correct? If we make it to Ultra Greed, he cannot hit us? I believe that that is correct. Now, I want to step on the button for free, but I don't want to step on it every wave because it lowers the amount of money we get. So we do want to, if possible, preserve our ability here. I'm not fucking with you. This is the win because we got Pyromaniac. And the odds of getting Pyromaniac, you know, just out of the blue on your first item room, not necessarily that good. So I'm really, like... throwing up the deuces here to Edmund and Tyrone and saying thank you for your help, I sincerely appreciate it. Are we going to be able to make this run work? Statistically, it's kind of a complex thing to articulate. I think we have less than a 50-50 chance of making it work, meaning we're more likely to die than live, but still that's probably the best chance we could hope to get anytime soon. So, to be honest with you, I'm pretty happy. What do we not want to do? If you get hit, touch the button, shoot from in a corner. That's basically the best thing we can do. Anything beyond that, after taking damage the first time, is a less than optimal strategy here. Now, this next wave is our last wave until the first boss wave. I would love to get a better bit of DPS before we get there. It's really the fire rate that's slowing us down here. Oh, we got hit. It's just the fire rate that's slowing us down. What do we do to get around that? Great question. Glad you asked. Swallowed Penny? I don't think it does anything for us. But I'm going to try this as well. We don't need bombs to keep ourselves in good standing. Because, please don't be bad trip. Health up, meaningless. We don't need bombs to keep ourselves in good HP because we're going to... Well, first off, we don't have HP. that's the big one, I suppose. And then secondly, beyond that, we are just going to have an unlimited source of bombs on the Ultra Greed fight anyway. So, really, like, bomb immunity is Pyromaniac as the Lost. We're not going to get bomb healing. So, with most characters, you're like, oh, let's save some bombs. We find ourselves in a tough spot. We can place those bombs down, deal damage, and maybe heal ourselves as well. Don't freak out. You're fighting Monstro, and you already hit the button. Just make sure to leave the room and don't re-enter it. In order to ensure the best chance possible of victory here, I would love to see Brimstone, Mom's Knife on the Deal with the Devil. That would be huge for me. I don't think either of these items are worth it, so I'm going to throw one bomb down on the reroll machine. I don't think either of those is worth it. We got to be aggressive early. I don't think there's much point in storing ourselves here. So, I mean, it's possible that Nun's Habit could be really good. You know what? It's plausible enough that I think it's worth going for. Let's try this again. It's famine. We're going to get to 14 cents. We could use a bomb to look for a secret room, but I think in all likelihood that doesn't matter. So what are we looking for now? Obviously traditional high damage DPS items, brimstone, mom's knife, etc., etc. Beyond that, to get Chaos D20 and go like the traditional, like everybody's talking to me and they're always going, oh, why don't you just break greed mode? Okay, well, I was really hoping that would be 2 of diamonds. Why don't you just break greed mode? I mean, it's not bad advice. It's actually fantastic advice. It's just not that easy. You know, why don't I strap on my breaking greed mode helmet, get into Greed Town, etc., etc. Plus, it's not the way I prefer to play the game. But I recognize that that's a little bit like Allen Iverson being like, why should I play defense? You know, I score so many more points than I allow that it should be fine. But, you know, you got to change up your game to not be ignorant of the conditions under certain circumstances. We might as well take the nail for the damage bonus. And then basically just head downwards. We'll also be able to crack tinted rocks like this, but it's pretty good, and Pyromaniac is awesome, but there's work to be done. This could be good or horrible. I would say a +1 damage upgrade without a tears downgrade is very good. Now in here, I'm gonna look for a little extra money. Sure. Wait, Nun's Habit can't do anything good for us. I'm just noticing now. I bought a BFF, even though we don't have the value from BFF yet. One day that could change. Obviously, I want a key as well. But we can't get to it yet, so what are you going to do, right? You know what? That's what you do in that situation. Thank you for not hurting me. All right. Now, the reason I wanted to pop the nail here is you do still get the damage bonus, so I wanted to at least give us the ability to have a damage bonus for this floor in the hopes of killing these waves quickly enough that we can get the maximum financial reward from being here. Somewhat skeptical being trapped in the corner like that, but we did not get hit. At least kill the portal. Sick. We're in a decent spot. Are we going to continue to use the nail? I don't believe the damage bonus stacks, but there's also not really... No, it does not stack, but there's also no punishment to at least trying to use it again. So we got 2 more waves here. These things are going to explode any second now. Are we going to have enough money to buy something after these 2 waves? Probably not. Is it worth... Is something I'm struggling with. Is it worth buying a key? For 5 cents, you get an item for free. But, you know, if you bought 3 keys, that's 1 item you could have selected out of the shop instead. Now, is it better to select an item or just get one naturally from the shop? I mean, I would... Or get one... yeah, get an item of your choice from the shop or buy one... Wait, hear me out here. Is it better to get an item from the shop or is it better to get an item from the item room? Well, the item room's great if you get keys naturally, but if you don't get keys naturally, who cares? It is okay in situations like this because we didn't have 15 cents. So instead, I'm going to come back, buy a key, and maybe kickstart around with something here. And honestly, number 2 is a great pickup. Unique to us on this run because of the fact that... I mean, I need to hit the button. Because of the fact that we have Pyromaniac. So there's really no reason that I can see for us not to try this. And then we're just going to come in here and blow this judgment up. Might as well get used to standing there. And then that gave us a key. So in the end, was it worth it? Yeah, absolutely. What are the 4 haunts here? Oh, you know what? Not all of them were from the boss. I was like, I thought those haunts came in a little hot. Gotta stay away. I gotta stay away. I walked along the avenue. I didn't want to get hit by the haunt. Okay, well, that's just verbal diarrhea at this point. Okay, yep, I accept that. Oh, my lord. He's got to go. He's got to go. Good God, that shot was close. We just managed to back off of it. I mean, Mini Mush could be good. I don't think it's going to be good enough to be happy about. Shit. I mean, the luck upgrade's not worth much, so... You know what you do? You blow these things up with number 2. Oh, you just use... No. Never use money on the reroll machine again. At least we figured out our mistake before it was, like, catastrophic. Because we can just blow this up and reroll guaranteed. Pay to play is great, but so is synth oil. Like, synth oil is very good. Pay to play saves us money on keys. And does it give us money when we get hit? I can't remember. Dude, I would have loved for that to have just been some money. I think we have to go synth oil. Even though it does fuck with our economy a little bit. This is fine. I would rather save our charge for the next wave. Like our nail charge, that is. Number 2 is easy against these guys, or an easy way to win against these guys, I should say. See what we've got in our boss fight. That was not a boss fight, thankfully. Cursed Eye, no thank you. However, I do not mind Sin Robes, and our damage is starting to get up there. I do not see a Tinted Rock, so we'll head down to the next floor. Alright, making it work, but certainly not easy. We still gotta stay, you know, on guard. That's an item worth rerolling if we find the opportunity. Binky at least is a tiers upgrade, so I do appreciate that. Get roasted, son. I will definitely take Speedball when we get the money. Gets us closer to Spun. How could I not, right? Yeah, there's... Okay, Guppy said we have to take. Fuck the nail. Guppy said is way more valuable. Took me a second to realize. I was like, wait, that's awesome. And it is. You know what? Blow these 2 dudes up. Another 2 cents. Don't mind if I do. Celtic Cross, does it do anything for us? The answer to that question is just no, right? We can't actually make it work. Why am I running away from bombs and freaking out here, like running into enemies instead? Okay, that was an enemy that exploded and ergo has saved us from ourselves. I respect and appreciate that. Keep the flies... Okay, I got hit. I missed the button. Beautiful. Okay, you got out. You should thank your lucky stars you did. Go grab this, see what you got going on in here. Spun! We got spun already. And pheromones is not that bad. I don't really want polydactyl or the belly button. I don't really want HP plus a trinket, so we're just gonna re-roll these right away. We might not even be able to buy them, but I'm gonna re-roll them anyway. Jesus Juice might be worthwhile. Does Celtic Cross count in any transformations? This gives us a shop on floors that we might not have a shop. No, I actually don't know what this does. But we can't benefit from Swallowed Penny regardless, so... I'm going to stick with what we've got. Because there's the chance that it could be worthwhile. Even though I have no idea what it does. You know the expression, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't? Fuck that! I don't play like that. The devil you know is a devil. The devil you don't know could be an angel. Oh, big horn? Do we have to? At least this guy shoots bombs. Yep. Okay, what's the big priority here? Don't get hit by the hands. Or the bullet also would be best not to get hit by. The bombs, I think, are irrelevant. The exception might be hot bombs. Check it and see. Fuck this dude and his boss armor for real, though. At least those shots die in one hit. We've actually almost made it here. Thank God for Pyromaniac. That's all I'm gonna say right now. Dude, boss meta changes if you can only get hit by a boss 0 times or once. This dude's actually a pretty easy boss if you can afford to get hit by him once. I don't know, dude. I don't think Jesus Juice is where we draw the line on this one. It's just, the Halo. Every morning there's one of these. We'll try it. Would have been better to have that, but who knows if that would have been the next reroll regardless, so. Okay, an angel statue is all sorts of fucked up. We have to keep it on the screen, too. Because we need to be able to see the patterns. And at this point, I trust my brain to know the angel patterns. But if you asked me which angel is this, I would have no idea. But I know deep in my subconscious, apparently. Subconscious, apparently. Pheromones. Health up. Health up is worthless. Pheromones is not that bad. No tinted rocks, we'll move along here. I love our odds against first phase of greed, second phase of greed. Not totally certain. In this case, we want the shot speed, as sad as it sounds, because the pajamas, I don't believe, do anything else for us. So we'll take the shot speed and a card. The card is Temperance, which honestly is not that bad because we can blow it up. But okay, so we get a free key. That key, first off, oh, it's a Demon Judgment. First off, that key goes to the item room. And now that we got 2 extra ones, that falls by the wayside a little bit. Okay, good. Good, no spiders. Bob's Rotten Head. This is not a good item for us, but that's okay. It's out of our item. What the heck is this? Brown Nugget Friendly Fly. Spawns a fly for you on the regular? Look. It's poop, but it's probably not likely to be very good. We got the adult transformation, which I believe is exclusively cosmetic. I don't expect this to be good for us, but I think we should give it a try for a room. Hit the button. What I will say about this is that it does not seem like the right choice for us. It seems like it could be good, but I think I'd rather have 3 flies with, like, good damage associated with them. But it could be just a bias towards having this item because I've had it 100 times before and I know it's good already. But my suspicion is that this item kinda is great in a situation where you don't have a better spacebar item already. AKA every item in the game. Running out of secret room chances here. Alrighty then. Pheromones. I mean, getting 3 flies per wave with a damage stat at 10.5 ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, that's a pretty significant damage output. It's like 60 damage per wave. I can't really conceptualize that for like how it impacts us against things like the average room, but that's okay. Still got a few phases left to deal with right here. So just be shrewd and we should be fine. We're still not as overpowered as I think we need to be to have a great chance of winning. Yep, I saw it coming. But what can you do after that point? God damn it. That one hurts so bad. That was just bad positioning, but also, like, fuck you. Once you get on the wrong side of those guys, I guess you have to instantly be like, they've popped our invincibility. We have a brief window of which to escape. But, yeah, that's my bad. Wow, we feel so slow now. That's alright. We'll try to fit another one in here. I don't consider that a throw. That, like, strikes me as a very reasonable way to die, to be honest with you. So what are we looking for? I'm not going to wait around for Pyromaniac. There's other paths to victory. I don't know if that's good enough. I really want to start with a DPS upgrade. Technically, Squeezy is one, but I'm not really looking for Squeezy. I'm looking for something a little bit on the better side. We might as well. This is going to do it right here. Curse of the Blind, like Polyphemus. Mom's Heals. All-time classic. One of the best DPS items in the game. D stands for don't pick it up. Don't pick up this shit. I mean, Binky, Tears upgrade, but not quite good enough. Range plus luck. Not particularly thrilled about that. matchbook. It gives us some bombs. I'm a little salty about that last loss, but that's life, man. That's life. That was a good run. It could have happened. I'll try the coat hanger. You know, it's the same tiers upgrade as Gimp, or not Gimpy, as Binky. So I should have just gone with Binky, but at some point, like, you gotta do a run, right? So, yeah, I think Binky's -3, not -1. I think. Now, keep in mind, we also have the D4. Using the D4 outside of emergency scenarios is suicidal, because you lose Holy Mantle. However, there can be times where it's right. I don't think it's right now, because it's not, like, objectively, but... Let's try, what was our downfall in that last round? Honestly, it was going pretty well until that horrible Brimstone Fly Wave. So, pay closer attention to enemies, I suppose. How many times do those Brimstone lasers get you? I will say, I had like, ages ago, I'm talking, like, you know, it might be Rebirth era. I had a run as, fuck it, let's tough it out. I had a run as the Lost that looked like it collided with one of those Brimstone lasers and lived. So maybe that was like a Carlito wants his hand back sort of situation there. The game was like, you know what? A year ago you got me, now I'm going to get you back. Fair enough. Fair enough. Should have hit the button. But, oh no, we lost the coat hanger. That's a bad DPS upgrade? That is not. So we will take Magic Mushroom, which is a really, really good first item. And we will get enough money to maybe buy a... What? I thought for sure that we would get the money as soon as we pick that up. But okay, no such luck. Guess the golden heart is actually not that good here. AWAS. I don't know what we do about that, to be honest with you, and that's okay. So we'll start Magic Mush, pretty much the ideal DPS upgrade right off the bat, because it also gives you everything else up, more or less. It makes you a better character overall. So we're going to try to get through these waves, but let's not get too attached to getting the maximum amount of money. In Hearthstone terms, let's try not to get caught in a value trap, you know? If we have to hit the button because we made a mistake, it's better to acknowledge that mistake than double down and try to, you know, just play better afterwards, which is literally what I did like 10 seconds ago. So I accept my own idiocy in that situation, and that's okay. Do better this time. You will never get this. Thought maybe we'd get something out of that pot there as well, but no such luck. All right, take the flies out first. We got 2 more waves here. These guys could die in 8 seconds. It's not inconceivable. Even had like 3 seconds to spare. So all you need to do is not get hit by these guys and the next wave. What are we looking for next? I mean, we're going to have enough money to buy something. There was Torn Photo. Is Torn Photo worth 15 cents? Or maybe I should just go for, like, only the best items. Or rather, simply the best, better than all the rest, better than any item I've ever met. I don't know. It might be the right course of action. It might be the right call. I will only know when the run is done. Could also just get the D20. Just, like, aggressively reroll until you get the D20 instead of trying to actually build a run. Maybe. Well, we can't buy anything except for a key right now. I'm gonna try to maybe abstain from key meta. My thinking is, if I don't have to buy a key, I'd rather save that money and get larger upgrades. They're not necessarily larger upgrades, but upgrades that are larger from my perception, because of the fact that they are items that I choose. This wave is not fair. However, all we need to do is get... Wow, that's really bad, actually. I was going to say, all we need to do is get little Haunt, a regular-sized Haunt, to shoot at Monstro. He's done it! So how am I tackling this? Basically, I want to keep Haunt on the screen at almost all times. Very much minimize the amount of time that I cross over starring Jordan Edwards. Beautiful. We've done it. 23 cents. Do we want to buy? I mean, Torn Photo's really good. Let's buy Torn Photo. And then you're looking at it and you're saying, save your money. Or, sorry, you're looking at it, you're probably saying, you're leaving an item on the table if you don't buy a key. That's not really the case in greed mode, is it? Because you get infinite items from the shop. What we're doing is paying 5 cents for the privilege to get an item right now. And I don't know if that's actually the best approach long term. So we will get nothing, effectively, from our deal with the devil. I am going to try a novel strategy. Dude, a black market would be so good. It's a crawl space. It's a crawl space with 3 cents. Could be worse. So what's the novel strategy? If you get keys, go to the item room. If you don't get keys, don't buy keys. Those item rooms, you can still get the same quality by just buying it from the shop. Buying them from the shop, I think. So, Blood Clot sucks, in my opinion. Maybe that's short-sighted. Guppy's head. 2 pills. No bad trip, please. Pretty Fly, that's a good one. Hematemesis, worthless, but that's okay. All right, what do we do here? There was a coat hanger in there. I mean, I could be tempted, I guess is what I'm saying. I also don't mind the idea of getting a deal with the angel. Which is, I mean, first off, we don't have control over it, so we might as well just accept that we don't have control over it and be okay with it. And then hope we get good items as a result, but I think I'm gonna hit the button. Better to put out this fire before it becomes like a raging inferno, right? Even if it costs us a little money in the process. Is the coat hanger worth the opportunity cost associated with spending all of our money on a tiers upgrade? I don't know, but I'm going to take it for now. And now, I don't want any tiers upgrades unless they lower our tier delay cap. I don't want any tiers upgrades for the rest of the game. So we're set there. At least we shouldn't buy any tiers upgrades that don't come with any other upgrades associated with them. What's next? By the way, I could be overthinking this completely. The whole key thing. Maybe every 5 cents when you don't have a key, you should get a key. But the idea is, like, you definitely want a key on normal runs because, you know, item rooms access is limited. There's a limited number of items on any given run most of the time. Unless you can break it, you know, get a combination that breaks the game. This is not the case on greed mode. There's infinite items. If you had infinite money, you could buy every item in the game every time. So why would I spend money to buy an item, or to buy access to an item when the access is not worth anything anymore? Dude, we're gonna get through this wave faster. That's awesome. We definitely also are going to have enough money to buy another item. Now, here's the thing. If I said we shouldn't buy access, we also should not pay for a reroll. Use bombs for the reroll, but don't pay for it unless you've got so much money that you don't know what to do with. A luck upgrade? Dude, don't mind if I do. Pin? Pin. Double pin. That's not that bad. In fact, it's basically not bad at all. Our deal is a deal with the devil, and we get a book, which we're going to take for the bookworm transformation, but we're actually going to keep the D4, and sack dagger, which is dangerous, but also awesome. So we're going to grab that. We got a nice little defensive perimeter set up. None of these items are worth it. I'm going to give you 1 penny. There you go. 1 cent wasted. Completely fine. I hope that I'm not overthinking this, and I hope that you, if you're watching this, you understand my logic. My logic, I think, is pretty simple. If we don't go to 3 item rooms, we just bought ourselves another item. And that item we can actually choose from. Is it worth 3 items to get a choice? Maybe not. Now that I think about it. But it's also not just a choice, it's also an item. I don't know. Maybe it's 5 cents for an item is actually a better deal than I'm giving it credit for. This is kind of a weird call, because I want the speed and the spun transformation, but I'm going to take this because we could get an awesome trinket, which we probably didn't. But we also got a nickel, which is a third of an item. We got a justice card, which is effectively 2 items because of the fact that we get, well, Wow, a lot of luck upgrades there. It's 2 items because of the fact that we got keys. And if I can get keys to open doors, I would love to. So BFF, I think, is awesome here. See if we can get more money out of this. Beautiful. BFF is awesome here. And I think the syringe is awesome as well. And I always forget which syringe that is. We should probably take a slight risk first and see if this is the 2 of diamonds. It's card against humanity. I hate it, but I'm going to use it. We should try it again. 2 of spades. Okay, we should probably stop that then. Is it always going to be a playing card? It is. God damn you, Cypher. All right, let's start with the speed plus damage. Wait, no. It's not. This time it's not a playing card. So we got card against humanity. What's my play with card against humanity? I mean, I'm not a huge fan of this, but we do need to pop it, especially with our luck upgrade. Upgrades, I should say. We do need to pop it and then use it on this room, I think. Maybe after we've killed everything else. The goal, of course, being... Oh, didn't get hit. The goal, of course, being to get as much money as possible. Is this further than we made it last time? I'm not sure. But I will accept that I think we are killing enemies faster than we did last time. That's fucked up. We didn't get hit. Never get trapped on this side. Never get trapped on that side. Okay. Good stuff. We definitely want BFF. I don't think we want the other items. We do have a bomb we can use on the reroll machine. Okay, you gotta get dusted. There's only 2 nubs. So those are gonna get dusted. And then... sustained fire to kill you before the next wave spawns. Lovely, thank you. What's next? This is like bloat? Oh, it's Monster 2. Weird. Yeah, we want this guy to shoot as often as possible. Why don't I use card against humanity on the shop, by the way? Well, I think this room might be bigger. They might be the same size. If they're the same size, I'd rather use it on the room with less stuff in it. And I think that technically, this room has less stuff in it. And we will take like 5 cents for two of spades, by the way. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. That's 2 items for 5 cents. That seems like a much better deal than 1 item for 5 cents. Really happy with my deals with the devil so far. On the bright side, at least we've gotten luck upgrades. The range downgrade is meaningless. Thank God we have spectral tiers at least, so we should be getting money out of this. Started first wave, 11 cents. Let's see if we can do better than 11 cents. This wave gave us 1 cent. This wave gave us 3 cents. So we're at like, you know, 15 cents or something like that. Which is actually great for a card that we spent 5 cents on. So it's not like I can be too insulted by that. Petrified Poop is going to absolutely change things up here. Okay, let's try this. Although it's still going to be hard to beat 11 cents. That was like 2 cents. This one was like 6 cents. The Haley Joel Osment number. Actually pretty dope. Okay, now, you know what? I'm not tracking it anymore, but it's getting great. And we also have 5 luck. So something like Tough Love is actually like a demonstrably amazing pickup here. 6 luck, and I'm assuming it's a positive feedback loop. The luckier you are, the luckier you're likely to get, you know? Where did that come from? 65 cents. Gonna take that for sure. I guess we will use our bomb first. And the reroll has given us Synth Oil, which I like. It has given me Squeezy, which I have no reason to take. Now we have more money than we know what to do with. So that's where we're going to start the reroll. I don't trust the D Infinity. I know you're going to say take Void and start sucking items. I don't think that's the right call either. I'm going to spend a little bit more money on a reroll. This run has to be special. Blank card 2 of spades, I don't think is good enough. Range plus luck, I don't think is necessary. Tarot Cloth is, I think, too late, but the Halo is good. And Tarot Cloth with the right combination, trying to like a Tarot Cloth Chariot. I think I'd rather just have a vanilla upgrade. This is the final reroll I'm going to be around for. Then we're going to leave. I'm going to take champion belt and basically consider myself pretty pleased with the way that floor went down. Still looking for a better spacebar item. But I don't think Void plus the D Infinity was the right choice. And I stand by that. Stigmata sucks, but it is a small damage upgrade. We might as well take Mom's Underwear, start working towards the range upgrade. Or start working towards the Mom transformation, I mean to say. Petrified Poop with a stroke of luck on our side could give us access to enough money to buy something here. And it did. We don't really want anything that they have, so we're just going to wait it out for a room. 3 bombs. I actually like that quite a lot. So we'll blow up this guy in the reroll machine. I mean, concussion tears, maybe. It comes with a slight damage upgrade, but maybe not good enough to be super excited about. We don't need a tears upgrade anymore, I think. So we reroll again, and I say no. I say no. I say no to that one. Our bombs are not precious. They're not a, I mean, they're not an infinitely renewable resource, but the access to bombs doesn't really change the way this run looks, I think. Well, I love having the ghosts on my side. Thank you so much for your support. This wave ain't so bad. I would prefer, if possible, playing way too fast and loose here. Like, don't try this at home, kids. I would prefer, if possible, to not have to pay for a reroll. Gotta hit the button. Keep your fingers warm here. You know there's another dude around. Got him? Got him. I'd prefer, if possible, to not pay for a reroll. But if we have to, we have to. But we'll only do that if we run out of bombs here. And, sorry, never get any bombs again as well. So let's crack into this. Ooh, I hate that. You know what? Fuck the money right now. Make sure we're only fighting the bloat. Yeah, okay. He could die before he gets to shoot again. Beautiful. Leave, just in case. Re-enter. Can't imagine that we're like a favorite to get bombs right now. Now that I think about it. Like, where are we going to get bombs from? Can buy one for 5 cents from the shop. That doesn't seem like the right call. Okay, thank you, Pretty Fly, for saving my butt there. It's a pretty easy variant on Mask of Infamy here. 35 cents. Might as well see what our deal with the devil's going to present us with first. Double Monstro 2? Not that bad. Obviously, we want to get the charge there. They're so out of sync, though. Shots are not doing as much damage as I'd like, either. But we just got to get one down. We're really, like, we're milking them evenly right now, which is a bad decision. We got one. Other dude is dusted. We have not been hit at all, I think. Come pretty close, though. Yo, Sack Dagger BFF is doing work right now. Okay, please God, a good deal. This could be a good deal. I think we should, if we ever get hit, just rush him down with a knife. We didn't get hit, thankfully. Lump of coal is fine. Okay, we're going to spend a little money on a reroll. I give myself that permission. Sack of Sacks? I mean, it could give us, like, batteries that we could use to D4, but I don't think it's the right call right now. Pay to play Moldy Bread D12? Nah, dog. We out. Save our money for the next floor. So far, I mean, I hesitate to glean too much information off of a single run, but obviously, like, it's looking like this strategy is sort of working. I have no idea what that is. Hushy. Lil Hush. Dude's gonna follow us around. And, oh, he flies around until we hold the button down, and then he stands still, which could do a lot of damage, actually. Now, do you work towards the Mom transformation, or do you take range plus tears? I think, as sad as it is, I think in this case you work towards the Mom transformation, where Nod Leaf could, like, win you the game. Tears down. That's a bummer. Ironically, by taking that, now we want the tears upgrade. Didn't mean to press that. You know what? Life goes on. Come get a taste. I see the value of this item immediately. Skinny odd mushroom. Okay, well, no. Jar of flies is the first choice. Lights out. I think it takes skinny odd mushroom. We could use the tears upgrade. The damage loss is not that bad. 2 bombs. So that's rerolls if there's a reroll machine, which there's not. So we place a bomb here. And I wanted to get both, but that's fine. We'll just take 7 cents and be happy about it. You know what? I didn't want to deal with another wave, just in case things got out of hand here. Dude, that little hush, this is an item I understand. I've fallen in love. Why do birds suddenly appear? Really? All the time you are near. Just like me, they long to be close to you. Is this guy trapped or something? What's going on with his life? Oh, shit. Is he headstrong to take you on? Is he headstrong to take on anyone? Please die. He's done. Damn, dude. The game's being very cruel right now. No more double sister Viz rooms, please. Where's invincibility, man? He's poisoned, we can see him. What is this, like every wave is these jokers? Little Hush on top of a stationary boss seems like the most beautiful way to go here. Obviously, it's not doing a whole heck of a lot for us on these waves where there's like substantial versions of enemies. Not versions, you know what I mean. There's many enemies on the screen is what I'm trying to get at. We've done it. Okay, take your money. Take your flies as well. We don't take raw liver here. I mean, there's no value in that. Double Little Haunt on a whim? No, it's good. It's good. Blow this guy up right here. He did suck up my bombs, though. Like, I'm real displeased about that. And raw liver, box of trinkets, what do we care? These guys should stand no chance. Wow, I hit the button, Now, we gotta be careful, because, you know, starting in, like, a floor, we can no longer hit the button. So, we're gonna have to be a little bit smarter in the future. I'm also fairly concerned about, like, double polycephalus room. It's not polycephalus. I forget the name of the enemy, though. It might be polycephalus. The one that happens at the end of the womb in Greedier mode. Finally, an item of some repute and worth. This is our final floor, and honestly, I think we've held it together pretty well as the Lost so far. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's definitely not on the womb. It's on this level. All right, so the cancer trinket, presumably, is what we want here for 5 cents. And then on top of that, well, the card is the tower, or the holy card, which I don't understand, but I will use against Ultra Greed. And then chaos. And maybe... Dude, I can't. I can't will myself to do it with the D4. Or the D100. The D20, I'd be all over in a heartbeat. I can't re-roll my run. I can't re-roll it because if it sucks, we lose. Also, all this stuff is off the table apparently now because I re-rolled it accidentally. That's my bad. Thanks for the money, though. I do appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. I basically just don't know. I'm going to hit the button on the regular here. Realistically, how many more items are we going to be able to buy? 1. Let's accept that 2 would be a miracle. And just try to make this work right now. Any enemies that can do, like, instant attacks are going to be very scary. So we're just staying away from them. Obviously, Spirit of the Night is not really worth it from our perspective. Very delicate situation right there. Made it through. Gonna have to make about a million of those dodges if we want to succeed against Ultra Greed. So don't get too high on yourself just yet. Trying to keep this going. If we can get to the next 15 cents, it would be for the best. We're not worried about that yet, though. Actually, we're already over 15 cents. I mean, like, get to the next. Get to 30 cents. That probably should have hit us. I mean, the beam existed. Sometimes you get to cheat the system a little bit, which I appreciate. We're gonna get to 20 cents, 21 cents. I actually think it's plausible. So we don't really care about this. We don't... Oh, dim bulb, though. Over the cancer trinket? I don't know. That's a very tough call, actually. I think I'd rather have the tier... Like, the other stats are basically meaningless, I think. So I think I'd rather have the... I'd rather have the almost doubled rate of fire. Instead of, you know, 8% more damage and then a bunch of stats that don't really matter all that much. Although, if we can get Mom's Purse to show up, being able to hold both would be sick. That was easy. We basically have to go for rerolls at this point, so... 2 Guppy items? I mean, we can't, really. You might say Guppy's Collar, but we're never beating this boss on 1 HP anyway. Multi-dimensional baby for 7 cents. Is there 1 penny left out here? Nah. Okay, well, I would think multi-dimensional baby plus another item. We can't afford it, though, so we're just gonna go down until we can get 1 item, and then now we have 25 cents again. Beautiful. Pop the tower card and don't accidentally kill yourself. Hoping to get some more money out of that. What do you buy? The pill? I don't know what you're hoping it is, but... So what... This is the wave that I was scared for. I can't move down there because this guy's gonna hit me. Oh my god. Dude, we tried. Thanks for watching. Sincerely, we tried to make that one work. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.